My goal is to be at the mill at 10.
To be there at 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when Sedison started.
So have you talked with anybody about
Mariah.
that? Okay.
Well, I communicated with her. She would like them there at 10. Is there a change now?
No, that's good.
All right.
10, but yeah, as far as,
You were part of that email link.
okay, just from the standpoint of like wine glasses and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
other people know about that because I actually haven't been communicating.
Yeah, you were part of the email conversation that I had with Mariah and Jim.
Okay.
Bacon.
All right.
And I know you're getting thousands of emails.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to keep up with it. So 9. What you got there?
One of our guests is Larry Juby.
And he's your
He's Marysville Club, Marysville Noon. He's originally from here. He and his brother died here this past year. And he's a former district governor.
Well, hey, you're the right height.
so Joe Marie.
Irish brother, how are you?
Very Oh, she's the one that's she's the one that's okay. She saw her.
But she's out there.
She's out there. Okay.
Jim, Gary told me that we've had water and soda at the bar. He also mentioned that you are getting. You have water. That's okay.
I have water.
Oh, you have it. So, I got it. Okay. I just wanted to see.
Go ahead.
All right.
No, you get the here. Yeah, here's the best. No, just take the chair. Hang it so you there you go. There we go. Takes 3 guys.
So, and then maybe that's before the test.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, Connor, I have. I mean, I've got water.
Okay.
Anything else? I saw you got.
Yes, we'll have 2 jockey boxes. We have. So we'll wind up having 2 beers on tap.
It was fun.
6 beers on tap instead of 9. Just because of the jockey boxes.
Yeah.
And
Morning. Hello, Mary. You're gonna have a flash drive?
I did, we do. Joe is in his way. He said, I think I'm the president, like, or something like that.
Was that?
They said the president of the
Yeah.
I live in there, and I live in one there too.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah.
How are you? How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a long time.
Oh, God, I go through 12 years.
Yes. She's also a former member.
Okay. All right, I guess we probably should start this meeting one of these days.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't start it, we can't stop it. Okay, let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. There's the flag. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I think you might be a good sergeant at arms.
I didn't know if I got fired.
No.
I've got to resubmit my application, I think, to be a member.
Well,
I'm gonna try and make it.
it needs to be loaded on that form.
Okay, you guys ready for the four-way test? Here we go. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will build goodwill and better friendships. Fourth, will be beneficial to all concerned. And fifth, fun. Sixth, go Huskies.
Huskies. Okay. Mr. Gary, do we have inspiration this morning?
We do. You don't always need to understand your journey in life. You just need to trust that you're going in the right direction.
Are we going in the right direction? I think we're going somewhere, that's for sure.
In circles.
I think tomorrow, probably about 10 o'clock at night, we'll know if we all went in the right direction, right?
Make sure there's enough alcohol available.
Oh, yes. Okay.
How many tickets are sold?
I think, well,
Without all of this, just about 11 to 8. Without all of this, or no, 10 to 8, excuse me, but all of this has not been counted.
oh, you're talking about the coin quest. Last I heard, I think the number was 86, but that was a few days ago.
I think it was 94.
Okay.
All right, come on, let's keep going.
104.
104?
104.
We got 112.
Well, this is really a good time to like run those emails out again to all your friends because we're really getting loaded with good stuff on our website. So it's getting pretty exciting. Anyhow, we've got a couple guests today. Larry Jubilee, and you're from the Marys. And I understand you were a former district governor.
Yeah.
All right, pretty cool. All right. And then we have our speaker here, Mary, and Mary Toes.
Mary was the previous member of this club.
That's what I heard.
My
So-
sponsor was Tracy Dillon.
Oh, great.
Cool. All right, well, welcome,
Thank you.
both of you. It's pretty cool. Okay. We've got just a couple anniversary type things. That actually, surprisingly enough, October is it's very empty from the standpoint of birthdays, anniversaries, and all that. But we got one very important anniversary. Gary and Bev O'Reilly. Today is the day.
Trust me, I don't forget.
How many years, Gary?
61.
All right.
And then Tracy, we've got you down for your Rotary anniversary as of tomorrow.
And how many years?
Yeah.
How many years for Tracy?
20 years. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. Well, as far as announcements, there's just a lot of stuff going on. You know, there's a lot of people working really hard. It's coming together for our big event tomorrow. And like I say, let's get out there and really push this thing if we haven't already been doing so. And you know, already over 100 tickets, so that's setting up to be successful in that respect. And hopefully we'll see most of you there. You know, we're kind of hoping. But yeah, it should be really fun. Another thing I thought I'd just throw out there, we haven't had a chance to really talk much about it yet, but Chris Jacobson and I have been kicking around the idea of having another holiday boat parade on the lake. And just mark your calendar, December 17th, the Saturday before the Christmas weekend, is kind of on the table right now as a possible day to do it. So also, if you know anybody that has a boat that might want to participate, you might throw that out to them, because a lot of people winterize their boats and you know, are less inclined to want to put them back in the water in the latter part of December. But a lot of times you really don't have to in this climate. You know, you have to drain the fresh water out of them, but you don't necessarily have to winterize them, at least right away. So I know I keep my boat on the lake all year. My manufacturer says not just run it every 2 months, which is something that's kind of fun to do in the wintertime when we get an occasional good day. But anyhow, let's go with the officer reports. Let's start with treasurer report. Jack, do you have anything?
You like Jim, all is good.
I'll know more after tomorrow.
Okay. Secretary's report, Gary?
Board meeting Thursday, October 20th. The only other thing, because I don't want him to feel that he's going to be left alone on October 6th, Thursday, coffee with your chief and the crew at Frontier Village Starbucks. So everyone show up so he doesn't feel left out in case the town doesn't show up. October 6th.
October 6th.
And what was the location again?
Frontier Village Starbucks.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, President-elect report. I guess that's me. Oh, boy. There's a lot to report from the standpoint of what's going on, and I think we've kind of talked it to death. We had another very good meeting on Tuesday, and let's just say everybody's got a list of things that need to be accomplished, but we're coming together pretty well. Our auctioneer is ready and ready to go, and pretty excited about this. And I think it's going to be kind of fun having that little variation this time around. And, you know, so I think all is good. We probably will have a lot of people talking after the meeting, a lot of coordination to do and everything still, but we'll let that happen. I'd say that the one thing that we want to really try to accomplish today, hopefully anybody that's got any unused CoinQuest tickets, we need to get those to Angie today. Definitely need to get the ones that have been sold.
We definitely need the sold ones, the unsold ones. Next week, if we don't have them, it's not that big, but we can get them eventually.
All right. So next week, for sure, anything that isn't sold. That would be a good idea. But looks like you got a nice little stack of things there to plug in. Good. So we did okay on the CoinQuest, thanks to some people have done extremely well. And James isn't here right now, but again, he was a real hero at the Aquafest, you know, from standpoint of going out and selling these. And it's great. Okay, community services. Brian.
Well, not a lot until after this is done, but keep a lookout for the Red Cross blood drive. It's gonna be again in November, so I'll send out an email. for that.
November 4th, I think it was, you know.
So I'll send that out, and we'll be able to sign up. So just keep an eye out for that email. It'll come kind of after this. I just want to wait for the worst case. Be done, so all of us can know that email can come through. Just one thing.
So I've got another thing here that came up. Since we did the pathway at on the school, yeah, with Highland, the schools district really liked it, and so they bought another set to do, and they would like to have us torch it down. So yeah, I said we could do it.
You're not gonna wear long pants.
And so we're gonna, it's gonna come up in the next couple of weeks. They're gonna get it, and I told them we could put together a team and do it.
So sooner than later then, maybe this.
Yes, it's on its way, so he said in the next couple of weeks they'll have it, so.
Okay.
I kind of went out on the limb and said, I think we can take care of it, so.
Mhm.
We just need it. Yeah, it only took 3 or 4, 5 people to do it, so.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody did a good job of laying it out ahead of time, so it made it a little easier just to slap them down. And then we have pressure washing we have to do and the likes of that in a decks. So it'd be nice to get it in before the rains start.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have at least another week of okay weather, so that'll help. Well, while you're on, you got anything on the foundation?
Foundation range is good. We're gonna add some more money to it this weekend, so that's all good. And as far as the club service, Linda did a nice job coffee this morning, so we have coffee.
Thank you.
Super last minute. This spot's still brewing.
Okay. Well, Linda, how about international services?
I don't have an update this week. All them coins. Yeah.
I heard a rumor that there might be some notes coming from our Honduras students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the works. I don't know if she's actually mailing them or she's getting them, scanning them in, but is she mailed?
She's mailed it to me.
Oh.
I have a set at home to try.
Oh,
So if I get them, I'll give them to you.
Okay.
Great. Translated.
Yeah.
my grandkids can translate. I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
I wonder if Google Translate has something where you can just like take a picture of the thing.
Oh, you
just
can.
like give it to you.
Yeah.
You what?
Apple lets you scan the text and translate it.
Okay. Well, that makes it easy. We can all do it ourselves. I have a couple kiddos too that can do it if need be, but it's nice to be a little more independent. All right. Kyle, do you have anything up or new on membership? Okay, doing great. You're not two new members to
No,
report.
no, just two thumbs up. First one, you say, hey.
Okay. Don't see Kristen here, so imagine things are going fine for vocational youth services. Yeah, scholarships and all that. Chris Martin, anything on IT other than it seems to still be working?
Yeah, nothing. 10 o'clock tomorrow. Do we need to bring any extra laptops or anything, or we're covering all fronts there?
I don't think so. I'm bringing two. One for the TV in the front and then one for the music in the back.
Have laptops for registration.
We do.
Okay.
I've got 2 laptops. We have 2 readers for iPads. Do we have iPads coming or, you know?
Michelle or someone has a couple of iPad, I thought.
That's right, Lance.
But he's out of town right now.
You can use iPad and iPad, and we can always bring the iPad reader full from
Well,
storage
actually,
unit.
you don't want the iPad readers because we're gonna use Braille Giving readers. So
Oh, okay.
that just plug into the side. So it'd be good to have them just sort of in case. But we do, between Jack and myself, we've got 2 laptops.
2 laptops. Linda, do we know any more about whether there's a way to get a ticker tape or ticker monitor
I
on?
did do some reading and in all the help, things, and couldn't find that you could look at it live
Okay,
as it goes.
okay. Well, since all the bidding has to be done on your personal phone anyhow, it probably isn't that critical.
Yeah, people are looking at it anyway on their phone.
Which allows us to possibly alter what we do. We do have a rotating PowerPoint that we could put on the monitors in the silent auction room and not put them outside, or I shouldn't say outside, but out in the main room. One possibility is we could move the music out to the main room. It's going to be a nice evening. And we probably be able to have all the doors open and everything. So maybe that would make a little bit more sense, but we can talk about that tomorrow when everybody's there and make a couple little changes like that. Okay. Kendra, glad you're here.
Yeah, glad to be here.
And anything new on programs?
Nothing new.
Other than we've got a
Coming
good one for today, it looks like.
Yes, yeah, I'm excited to hear from Mary.
All right. Gary O'Reilly, Club Communications.
We'll keep pushing out, do another push out today of emails asking members to contact their friends for tomorrow.
Mhm. Get them online, that's for sure. All right, well, timing is probably pretty good. We ought to move on over to you, Kevin, and do our, oh, we got something from Brian.
I just want to introduce Joel. He's visiting. He goes to my church. He wants to come and visit.
Oh.
See what we're all about.
Okay.
Welcome.
Admitting that he's a friend of yours?
He may not be sitting. He's a friend of mine. I may end up saying he's I go to church with him. He's all around guy. Fit in well with his group. So.
All right. Fantastic.
Nice. All right, welcome everybody. Hello, how are you? I'm good. Hey.
We're really.
Commissioner Steinmetz, I like your attitude. Let's try this again, please. Let's try this again for the whole group. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
It makes us do this at board meetings.
We're gonna do it here, and I gotta tell you, I was so impressed with Linda's talk the other last meeting. And it blew me away. So it really was. It was incredible. Will you please draw?
Okay. It's a
Sitting right next to you.
All right,
Here we go.
it is number 751725.
725.
I'm getting the stink eye. 725.
That's me.
Hey. Congratulations.
Why didn't you?
I thought you were supposed to put that top for me, man. We talked about this.
All right. How's everybody doing today? Good. It's a pretty exciting day. And on many fronts, right? Right. We've got our big night tomorrow night. We've got great guests here joining us, some like fun guests.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yes. And so, with that in mind, it brings me back to my days at the skating rink.
Oh, God.
How about you, Kendra? Does it remind you of your days at the skating rink?
Definitely.
Remember walking up, getting the skating rink, you're gonna meet your friends and have some fun. Ron, do you remember that?
Absolutely.
Chris, do you remember those days at the skating rink? Of course. Absolutely. So would you please come up and help me out? All right, everybody, in lieu of fines, we are going to do the hokey pokey. Remember the hokey pokey? Okay, so here, everybody up. Everybody up. Okay. Everybody up. Then Sunny Day, okay, we got to stretch out. Okay, ready for some Jack Lanes? Here we go. Here we go. We're going to stretch out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and that's it. Okay. So the hokey pokey, okay? So the hokey pokey song goes, put your right hand in, put your right hand out, put your right hand in and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Okay, good. So you got it. Everybody's ready, right? Here we go. Next round.
And you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Put your left hand in, put your left hand out. Put your left hand in, how you feel all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Right foot in, right foot out. Right foot in, and you wiggle all around. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Put your left foot in, put your left foot out. Put your left foot in, and you wiggle all around. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You gotta get going, I can't keep up with that. Put your head out, put your head in, and you feel all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, put your whole self out, put your whole self in, and you feel all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about. All of our guests are saying, we're out of here. So we'll start off with some happy bucks. Let's start off with anybody that's online.
I don't think we got anybody online. Yeah.
Well, Kevin's online. Look at him up there.
Don, can we start with you? As far as happy bucks?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. It's gonna be nice tomorrow. That makes me really happy. So I got five for Zoom or rather Venmo on that one.
Cool. Good. Good. Well, thanks for all you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hi, well, I'm happy that it's Friday. It's been a super busy couple of weeks. And I'm gonna put $10 in today, because I'm so excited for tomorrow. It should be really fun. It'll be a moment for me to just not have to be boss for a minute, and so I'm really excited.
Cool. Good. All right. We'll see you. Sir?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to tomorrow. It should be a good time. I think we're gonna make it.
I like it. Always do.
So the accountant in me says, we are gonna take some money. Yeah. There's gonna be some money.
But, so really excited. Thank you, Linda, for everything you've been doing. She and I were at Brian's the other day, putting everything in little packages and fluffing it up. Really cool stuff. It's gonna be very expensive for me. So thank you, Brian, for letting us take over your office.
Well, I got $1 happy for the Mariners because one more win will clinch the first playoff berth in I don't know how many years. And then $5 happy for the club, the Hokey Pokey. I love you guys.
We love you.
I'm happy the morning's over. I spilled my coffee in my car, then I spilled it on me, then I got into traffic. I'm glad to be here. Made it.
I don't know, there's a big truck backing up right toward your car right now.
I'm happy right now. I'm the winning bid for the sailboat.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited for tomorrow. We're gonna have a ton of fun and we're gonna make some money.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Money.
I've got a couple bucks. It's been a long time since I've been up here to visit.
Yeah.
I've run into a few of you here and there around town. I want to wish you all good luck on your fundraiser tomorrow. I can't be here, but I did register online, so I'll be looking at it online.
Great sailing trip on there.
Oh,
Yeah, cool.
sailing, it's a sailing with Jim and Kristen.
And you, but not to have to go out with him?
Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
This is for my husband. My husband wants to thank Tracy for bringing me 17 years ago to Rotary. And he gives $200 to you. From my husband. Thank you.
Well, I too am happy for tomorrow. It's a mixed emotion because I have to figure out if I'm pouring, can I actually pour myself some alcohol while I'm pouring? Look at that.
For tomorrow, thanks to everybody that put all the campus hours in. A lot of good ones behind it. So thank you to everybody who did put as many hours in, but make us all look good. And then go Dogs tonight. Saturday night, Friday night. Go Dogs.
Okay, early in my career, I read a book by Warren Buffett.
And you had lunch with him this week.
Said, any money that comes your way, pay yourself first.
Okay.
And so I remembered that, and I did that all my life. So today, I took out some of my money that I invested. And I'm going to share it with you. For the food bank, I've got $1,500. For the, anybody here for scholarships? Okay, I'll give that to Larry though. And anybody here for the senior center?
I can give it to my brother-in-law.
I'll do that too. And how about the Education Foundation? Okay, I'm giving the Education Foundation $3,000. And for the scholarship program, I'm giving them $3,000. And then for the senior center, I'm giving them $500. I know the money will be used well, and I hope it helps our community.
Oh, wow.
And Lauren, I'm giving you a hug.
Oh.
Thank you so much. So generous.
Oh, no, I have.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mine's just so Lauren.
Yeah, how do you follow that?
My oldest daughter is turning 7 this weekend, so we're having a Barbie party. So I took 7 Yes, yeah, I am dressing things.
Take pictures.
So I'm happy for Corks and Kegs to be tomorrow, because then I get my office back.
Yeah.
So lonely without all my people. I'm happy. I will be done more happy here. I am a little busy right now.
Well, here's $1 because I know that Lauren probably had lunch with Warren Buffett this week. Thanks for all that you do, Lauren.
Yeah.
For the community and for Rotary, and it's great. Kristen Odegaard sent me a note a little bit ago. Apparently, she registered 4 tickets for Corks and Cakes twice. She said, I paid on Venmo once and I paid on something else. So she said she's going to give $80 to Happy Bucks for that instead of asking for a refund. And for our group that's working on Corks and Cakes, Jim might be able to sleep better tomorrow night, after tomorrow night. And thanks for everybody that's done the work, and just for, let's have a good time tomorrow night.
High five, Happy Bucks. Again, thanks to everybody for all the hard work on this event. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're a fun group and we get together to do this event, so I'm looking forward to that. The other 5 is for the last 7 months. Due to my failure of retirement, I've been an interim administrator, nursing administrator down in North Seattle at Boston. Today is my last day there after 7 months. The only thing I won't miss is the community. And I get the weekend off and I start a new one on Monday. So I'm a failure again, but I enjoy being an interim administrator.
Were you starting on Monday, Jim? I'm sorry.
I didn't say because I can't, because it's confidential.
Oh, okay.
There'll be
We'll
a
talk to you on
personnel-
Tuesday then.
There'll be a personnel turnover today. So anyway. I'm retired. Yes. But we're doing a remodel, so I gotta keep doing it. Did I get everybody? Good. Thank you all. And then here's the happy 20. Thank you all for all the hard work you're doing. Really excited about tomorrow.
All right. Well, Mary, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, and this is Joe.
Good morning.
Okay.
This is Joe Marin, he's the president of the board, and he's the Pocatello mayor. And,
I know a few of you in the room already,
yeah,
so.
and he's very good speaker, so he's gonna do the presentation.
I'm also a member
So
of
we're gonna
the
let him
Southern
have the
Mukilteo Club, so I know
Yes.
a few of you have been up there, and good to be here this morning.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very
So
much.
I, how you know.
All right. So how many of you have heard of Mary's Place? Are you gonna introduce me first?
Well, I
take over.
Why don't you just take over?
Okay.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
But anyhow, this is all about Mary's Place, or Marie's Place, right? Mary's Place,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, the interesting thing is that because her name's Mary with a Y, but there's already a Mary's Place in Seattle. And so she had to change the Y
Oh.
because the
Yeah.
children had already adopted it and called it Mary's Place. And so it kind of, you couldn't change the name after that. So,
Yeah.
and
It went
apparently
live
the
already with
Seattle,
the name.
the Seattle shelter didn't want to change their name. So,
Okay.
so that's another way we do that.
Do you want me to pull up the PowerPoint now, or?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, we'll get that on and get it shared.
And we're online as well. You guys doing the
Yeah.
Zoom also? That's good.
So this confuses me.
It'll be on our website soon.
Yeah, so forever out on the web.
And, sorry.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Present. And we don't have a clicker that works with this. So we
Okay.
just have to use the little arrows here.
Clicker
I'm gonna
to
be the
start.
clicker.
You can be the clicker. So
What about-
who's-
Yeah, you just to
This
go,
one? Okay.
yeah, forward there.
All
you
right,
go.
Joe. I'll be the click.
Okay.
it's always good to have a clicker.
This is correct. Have a good clicker. So good morning. Again, I'm Joe Marine. I'm the president of Mary's Place for the Arts Board. This is Mary. I think most of you know Mary, right? Who here? Yeah, of course. Yeah. If not, you will. So there's a good chance she'll invite you to lunch, and the next thing you know, you're on the board. So that may or may not be how it happened to me. Well, interesting enough, we were on the campfire board together, and she was new to the board. And we kind of sat together, and again, next thing I know, it's like she talks a little bit, and so she invited me out to lunch, and hey, let me tell you a little bit more about this Mary's Place. I'm like, oh, okay, it's great, and that it kind of, and we hopefully today you will understand a little bit more. It's hard to really get a feel for it until you see the art that these kids do, and that just floors you. And you look at things and say, wow, that was a 5-year-old, really? Like, oh, I'm still on stick figures, but you know, I don't know that there's hope for me, but there is for a lot of these kids. So Mary, oh, you're doing great. She's well ahead of us. So, so Mary Hayes grew up in Mexico City. She has a degree in business, teaching international law. She practiced law in Europe for 3 years and has also worked for the president of Mexico. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
She came to the U.S. and worked for Children's Hospital as a translator. During her work, she saw talented children with no outlet to hone their skills. So when she started a family, she found out that her son had heart complications. Since he could not participate in sports, Mary saw how the performing arts became a crucial outlet for her son. And all of this inspired Mary to take action and create Mary's Place for the Arts back in 2011. They are,
Okay, where we are?
oh, and we're, all right. So it all started with Mary, continues with Mary. There you go, you can go on to the next one. We do 12-week courses. Are you on the 12-week courses?
I don't
Let's
know
see where
what
you're
I'm
at.
doing.
Let's see.
I did something wrong.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not sure where you ended up there. Oh, there we go. That should take. Okay, I'm not sure whose computer this is, but
You're looking
I
for
want
the
to start
present.
right back to the presentation one.
It's the buttons on the upper right, it says present.
I need.
That's it.
That's it. That's the one we want. Okay. Yeah, we'll go there. As I was saying, the 12-week-long courses with classes once a week. The classes are limited to 20 students. They try to keep it small. They serve children between ages 3 and 17, and the programs stop at middle school. Again, we try to focus on much younger children and get them excited about and involved in the arts at an earlier age. We've also tried to branch out and do more activities like summer. We're trying to also pair up with Campfire at Camp Colloqua and kind of do a week-long art camp. For a lot of these kids, not only this may be their first introduction to art, but a lot of them are not in a position where they'd be going to things like summer camp or doing a lot of those activities. And a lot of them even need rides to be able to get to Mary's Place. And we were fortunate enough through community transit, where I also happened to be on the board, but not because I'm on the board. We ended up getting a van donated, and she did all that herself. I just told her about the opportunity, and they donated a van. So we have a van now, one of those larger 10-passenger vans, to be able to take the kids around and help to do that as well. As you can see, oh, you're on that one? Okay. So the student impact, go back one more. Go back where that was a good one. It has so much, there you go, so much more of an impact than people think, oh, it's arts and crafts. You've got all these little kids and they're in the classroom and it's arts and crafts. And that's probably the biggest thing is we overcome. It's not that. It's not popsicle sticks and glue and you know, paint by color, that sort of thing. And hopefully in this is a new program that we have here, this new PowerPoint. Hopefully there's some picture of some of the art that the kids do, but it goes beyond that with increased self-confidence. A lot of the kids come in and they've never tried this before, or you know how sometimes kids will start a little bit of art and the parents can be like, oh, that's not very good, or here, do it this way. And we try to do none of that. Let them really express themselves. And I think that's some of the magic that Mary has done, is to allow the kids to just do the art in the way that they would like to do it. It's amazing what they can come up with. And you get that increased self-confidence, the skills, increase engagement in the schools. They become less shy. A lot of them are very shy when they start, and working with other kids and having that accomplishment of being able to do something that they made really increases that. And the grades, improving the grades. I'm sure a lot of you understand how important the arts are in the schools and to improve those grades. And it's not just schoolwork, and sports, of course, can create teamwork, but the arts specifically, and for most of our students, they're all underprivileged, and most of them don't have an opportunity, except maybe if they have an art class in the school, but the parents can't afford to send them to art classes. So I would say probably 90% of all of our students are there through scholarships or one of the partnerships that we've made along the way. So go to that next one. There's next slide you got there. Oh, I thought you had one there. There you go. This was cute. One of the little girls there. You can read that. I don't have to read it for you.
My name is Cristina Chiquita. I am a second grade. I wear glasses and I am chubby. Children laugh at me at school. When I go to dance class, I am very happy because I am special and beautiful. That's very touching.
Yeah. So and also working with the students when they come in and there's no cell phones. They got to put their cell phones away. So they have that time that is just dedicated to that. And
this is our word from the kids.
Yeah. And yeah, there's some of the
Yes.
others there.
Yeah, between 7 to 12 years.
Okay. Go to the next one. Yep, we did. Go ahead, pass. We did that one.
Yep.
We work to provide students of all incomes and abilities access to the arts. We represent and celebrate cultural diversity. It's amazing watching some of the kids because they also do dance. It's not just the painting and so forth. And they'll come in and they'll be doing some Mexican dance. Next thing you know, they're doing, what are some of the different ones?
Indian, Hawaiian, Thai, ballet, and Mexican folklore. They do it in 1 hour. We divided the hour in 10 sections. We dress the kids and we change the music and they learn in 1 hour different styles. So they get very excited. It's very excited to see how they don't want to do it and they come in and go, what can you do it again? Next class. Because it's 1 hour, but it's very, very, very healthy exercise and fun to see a 5, 7 years old girl. They don't want to do anything, put the phone away with the sisters and dancing. And they really dance beautifully.
Or you'll get one of the kids who come along because the parents are, maybe the mom's dropping them off, and it's only, the only one that showed interest was maybe the older sister, and then all of a sudden they're watching. Next thing you know, you've sucked in the other child. They're like, I want to do it too. So it's amazing watching their shyness as they get over that and think they can't do something, and then see other kids doing it and want to participate that way. The other great story about Mary's Place is that a lot of these students who have come in and started out, they come back and they become teachers, and they help other kids to learn and and some have come back and helped is to volunteer. How can they, because they knew they were given the opportunity, and now they also want to give back and support Mary's Place, even though they're not necessarily doing the art now. They want to be there in other ways, either teaching or helping out, which is really great to see. And a number of them have gone on to be pretty good artists as a career as well. So we're seeing now too with schools, a lot of times the arts are cut with the schools, and so there's less of an opportunity there. Some of our partnerships that we have are with Compass Health and with CMAR. Both of those where I've always told her we go to where the kids are. Don't always try to pull the kids in. Let's go where the kids already are and where that need is. And so by partnering up with some of those, especially things like Compass Health, where those children may be in a pretty rough situation, and this gives them just kind of a way for an hour to just be somewhere else, right? Be present in a different sort of environment and express themselves in different ways. And that has been very successful. Also looking at partnering up with maybe some private schools. My thought behind that is they need some of the art classes, but I would love to see the kids all being together. It doesn't matter whether they come from means or whether they do or they don't, because kids don't know and they don't care, right? When they're together, they're just there for the art and to make friends. And also by doing that, I think it's a good opportunity to really have the kids kind of mix where they may not normally have that opportunity. So we're working on that, working at some of the private schools as well. Okay, we can go on. You can go on to the next one. As I mentioned, some of our partners are Compass Health and CMAR. The Group Health Foundation, we just got money for scholarships from them, Snohomish County. Foley's Dance Studio, if you're familiar with them, out of Everett, and Lake Stevens Senior Center. So we got, absolutely, you can jump in anytime, Mary.
Lake Stevens Senior, we start having classes 2 weeks ago. We have a waiting list for 47 children. My son went to Lake Stevens High School. I have for 11 years volunteers helping me. We having a number of volunteers. You don't believe it. It's amazing. They came from Lake Stevens. The Trussell is the problem. They don't want to go. Please, Mary, go. So I don't have funding to pay for a place to rental to do the classes. I came to talk to Mr. Collins. Joe and I, we did it. The mayor know about it. The arts commissioner know. I'm knocking every single door to try to find a place to teach our classes. You won't blow it away when you see the artwork they do it. I have a piece here with me. The children, they are in a waiting list. They are from all the schools, not only one school. And they are here, they are growing. This is amazing how many is the need. And I went to the senior center and the lady said to me, we need to make money. And I say, how much is the fee? So I'm paying the fee to rent out the place, but I don't have funding to do that. So I'm paying on my own pocket to have the classes now here because I see the need and the growing. And this is what now, we are in Lake Stevens Senior. And the school district closed between 3:45 and our classes are 4 to 5. And it's a very big gap. So we need classes 5 to 6 and 6 to 7. And this is what is the senior center say, well, we want to help you, but we need to pay your staff and they have other needs. So I understand it. So when I'm coming this way because I live in Lake Stevens. So I promise the kids that I'm going to try to do the best I can to do it. Now I think I am ready to do that. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, yeah. So we've actually sat down with a number of the different school districts. And one thing we found with the school districts, they're very protective of their time and money. So they don't want to necessarily put money into it that, hey, if you want to do it, that'd be great. But also, we don't really have time in the classroom for you to do it because their time is very limited in what they have to do. So we have found that the public schools are just not a great mix that way, as you would think, hey, maybe that would work. That certainly has not been what we found, which is why, again, going to private schools where they have a need for those classes as well, and probably even some of the money to help cover the classes. It's interesting when Mary started back in 2011, it was just her own funds and her own time that she would buy the supplies and have that opportunity. And it's grown quite well, especially over the last few years, but specifically during COVID. Right? We all know for about 1.5 years, 2 years, everything was shut down, the kids weren't going to school. And rather than you would think that would have, and I was concerned that would really affect, she pivoted immediately and started to do all of them online. And what we found is our reach, we were able to, obviously, because we're doing it online, we're able to go to students all over the county that we weren't reaching before. You know, because Mary's Place is in Everett, so it's easy to just have students in that Everett area. But now you've got students out at Granite Falls and
Monroe,
yeah,
Sultan, Arlington, Smoky Point. So that far they come because they see the high quality of the service we are provide for them.
yeah. So being able to do it online has been, and remotely has been actually a positive in reaching more kids and being able to know that will work and that can work. All right, so as you can see, how we're funded, most of them is through foundations and grants that we're able to get. And more as we get individuals knowing about Mary's Place, it's really easy to set it up where, like, I just do a monthly, just automatically give and know that support is there each month. Because the one thing about doing it all through foundations is it's, you know, that feast or famine. Oh, you got a big grant. Oh, you may not get one for a while. And so it's those ups and downs which can be a little bit stressful. But as you can see from 2018, where the funding has gone right on up to where our last year, I think we were at 300, a little over 390. So continues to grow and reaching more kids. And it was just recently that Mary has we were able to give her any sort of a salary. So again, she had done all of this for just out of her own pocket and all of her volunteer time and doing that as well. And that's just not sustainable. You know, we talked about if something happens to Mary, you know, what happens to Mary's Place, it immediately goes away because I have found most people aren't willing to come in and do it for free. So it's just not a great model to try for any sustainability.
It's to be Rotarian, that's why.
Yeah, that's right. So our continued need is we looked at about $390,000 a year for the programs, administration, and we do that, as you saw, through just fundraising, going out and getting grants, but we're also through those partnerships. You know, we set up, say, with Compass Health, where we charge so much per student for those classes, and that's enough to cover the cost for the administration and so forth. It was easy, and in Mary, because of her big heart, when she was first starting out, was like, oh, I just want to charge them maybe the
$5.
Yeah, to get, and I was like, hey, but you can't do that. And especially some of these larger organizations like that, and it's worked well. Matter of fact, when we were first, they were like, are you sure that's enough? Are you sure you're able to do it for that? So I think we've got a pretty good model now where we know what it costs for each student to be there, whether that's done through a scholarship or whether we're charging for that to be done. So how can people get involved, Mary? I think that's our next slide. Hey, look at that.
That's our work from the kids too.
Yeah, there's some more of the artwork, as you'll see throughout here, or if you go to the website. You can sign up to become a volunteer. Lots of things you can help behind the scenes there. Apply to become a member of the board if you have what it takes to be a Mary's Place board member. Donation, as I mentioned, you can do a one-time or you can do just a recurring or it's just monthly, so that we know that support is ongoing. You can, through Amazon Smile, you'll see who doesn't shop here at Amazon, right? I mean, who doesn't do that? But if you go through Amazon Smile, you can choose that part of the money goes back to charities, and you can choose Mary's Place as one of the charities. And just following us on social media and telling people, a lot of it's just word of mouth, letting them know, you know, people haven't heard of Mary's Place, they go, Mary's Place, isn't that in Seattle? So, you know, letting them know about that. And partnerships, whether that's through a business or organization, as we talked about some of the partnerships that we have going now. If you know of an organization that has kids and they're like, hey, what can we do? Like even talking about the Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA, where they have childcare after school hours and they need programs for the kids. And we continue to have discussions with them. Fortunately, they usually want to say, can I just hire Mary? And we're like, no, it's not really the model we're looking for. Yeah, she's with us. We're not going to hire her out, but I think the model works. And again, going to where the kids are, right? So any questions for us? And Mary, there's some of the art there you can see. The rest assured, none of that is by me. I did none of that art. That's all. Any questions?
Do you ever have art shows? Or maybe you can buy art from these kids?
Well, we're looking at doing some of that, some auction. We're having a function coming up here in November, and we may do a raffle for a few pieces. But one of the things, Mary gets really connected. It's hard trying giving it up. We're like, no, number one, you're going to run out of room, but you need to share it. We need to get it out in the community. And we have had some, in fact, when I first got on the board, we had a function where a lot of the parents and so forth came, and it was kind of funny. She was calling it a fundraiser. I'm like, well, wait, Mary, none of these parents are paying. Their kids are on scholarships, so you're probably not a great fundraiser. No. But what it was good was showcasing the dance and some of the artwork and doing that. So yeah, but probably not as much. We need to find those opportunities where we can really get it out there more than maybe just social media. And because the art is amazing when you see what the kids are doing.
It's important for me to show the community, like I did many years ago. I want to do something for the arts, but I don't see a door. I can't find a place to rental for that, so I end in an ever. For me, each piece I have a history. It's like my baby, you know. And to sell it, I don't sell it. I would like to call it a donation with a little bit the history of the child. And when that happens, I will be moved away because allow me to show you what I am here.
We just want to have her let maybe somebody else babysit for a while, but again, take the job.
This award is by our children and ladies students between 7 to 10 years old, done in 3 weeks.
Wow.
This is why quality service provides to a child the opportunity to work. They come in together and they want to do a pizza and they say, I want to do the butterfly. Okay, do it. I want to do the face. No, that's too pink. That's too red. I want to do the hair. Blonde. No, let's go do a brownie. So they change, they work, they cooperate. They don't see it's my artwork or it's your artwork. They do it. Where is my pizza? I have 28 pizzas, bigger than this, done by children. But this one exclusive is by your community, our community in Lake City.
Wow. How do they do that?
The teacher, they have good teachers. The teachers are the students from the high school. And they say, what do you want to do? And she brings different pictures. And the children decided, and when they come in, they get, I want to do this, so they respect for them. They don't see it that it's my artwork. Okay. Hey, look at what we did, and this is very beautiful. This is just a little bit what they can do. We, like Joe said, I did my event. I'm a very good fundraiser. I showed the families, the community, how the kids do it in live. You can see it. We have videos. If you go to the website, this is quality service to the children, and this is what I will do. I wait 10 years to get paid. For 10 years, I don't get paid 1 penny, and I just get paid the year and I have a daughter. So I'm very excited, but I will do this in a heartbeat again because this is what our children deserve. This is what they want to have in a wall, in a home. We not do arts and crafts. We are not a daycare. I am a place for your children and other children, no matter what economic or social level they have, they can come in and say, I did it. And they create a lot of self-confidence. They really change with doing something like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mary. All right, any further questions, or we will leave you with your day? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, how I do this? Yeah. Thank you, Joe.
Well done. Well done. That is incredible.
Thank you.
I will.
Oh, please go ahead. Like a miracle of God, and Tracy alarm is his fault because she bring me to Rotary, and I learned about community service. So I want to serve in a different way. So I want to do something for the community. I want to create an impact. And when I be ready, I can go. Now I can go and say, I did it. And it's very, very good. You can see the kids dancing, singing, do plays, they write, they compose, we wrote 2 books. It's just amazing. It's not ending. And everything we have, guess what? It starts in a white piece of paper from somebody to create. Everything, your car, your sheets, your bed, your shoes, everything is by creation of someone.
Yeah, that's very good. Well, thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome. I'm
And,
so happy to be here.
We will be making a donation on your behalf to the Dolly Parton
Yes,
Center.
yes.
So that will kind of help in the
Magic.
right direction. So,
Yes, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you very much.
Appreciate it. And I hope I come back again. You can come back again. So you know how Lake Stevens Senior Center is doing.
Yeah,
So thank you.
okay. I'll have-
Thank
There you go.
you. Thank you so much.
All right, I think it's time to adjourn. Any more comments or questions or anything, or we good? All right. That's time we'll be. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Last Friday, so I actually had